Welcome to Diggin With Deej. I am back to the mill slash home site. I was here last fall before the snow fell, and it just grew up so fast that I haven't gotten in here yet. So what I did was I bought a small scythe, and I just cut all the grass back so I could detect in here. So let's see if we can find anything around this old porch, because that's all I can figure it is a porch. This is my first hole right in front of the stone porch. It's like on the left side of it. Found this really old, it looks like it's a handmade hook that they bent themselves. Because see, it almost looks like a spike that's been bent. I don't know. And then a really long square nail or round nail, I'm not sure which. A piece of pottery, piece of teal colored pottery, and a piece of window glass. So that's the first hole. So that's my culture. Well, I found this, and I've been digging around this whole area thinking there was another piece to it. Something jacket manufacturing company, I would guess. Everywhere I dig, whether it's down there, the step down from this porch thing, or up here on the porch, I'm digging out bricks. See all these bricks? That's what I dug out from the hole down there. Now I'm digging out these pieces here, and I just found a great big brass doorknob. Rang up 91 to 93. Cool. Sweet. This is strange, because the owner and his son say that this used to be a barn. Okay? What barn door do you know of has a brass doorknob? None that I know of. So I'm gonna have to do some more research on this place. I'm not sure. I don't know if anybody out there knows, but when they did a census, did they include businesses? I don't know. So I'm going to have to research that, because I know who the property owners were on both sides of this property and across the road. So I will search for those other names and see if this property owner's name, original property owner's name, shows up next to theirs. If it shows up with children listed, I would think that would mean it was a residence. But that just doesn't make sense to me. Why would I find a brass doorknob at a barn foundation? You know, it's always been my question, was it just a barn? Was it a home? Or was it the mill? Because supposedly it's rumored there was a mill here. It shows up on one map, but none of the others, so I don't know. Well, it's my next hole. I tried brushing it off and then washing it off. I think it's some kind of a tag or something. I'm not sure. And it bends like copper, almost. So I'm thinking this is old. It was like 6 inches down. Really good 74 to 77 signal. It's just a 2003 Memorial. Got a Bazinga. Giant rusty washer. Not only does the round things with holes in them fool the Garretts, they fool the Teknetics too. That rang a 93. I'm wondering what it's made out of. I mean, it's not, it's corroded, but it's, I mean, there's no hard globs of rust on it. Maybe it's made out of brass. Who knows? There's a groundhog. He can't be sunning himself because there's no sun today. It's overcast. Cute. He must be from groundhog heaven. Well, something other than iron. A giant hunk of lead that's been, looks like it's been melted. It bends real easy. This is what Liz means by keeping it real. You don't always dig good stuff every time you go out. So, I just wanted to try this T2 to see in this hayfield if it would null out like my Ace 400 does. Well, I'm just waiting for my ride to come pick me up because I stopped driving to a lot of my permissions. I went to one of my permissions and parked and was working on it, and I parked in a different place than I normally do, and some guy come walking up with a metal detector. And when he come around the corner, he saw me, and I said, "Can I help you?" "Oh, I have permission. I'm here to metal detect." I said, "And who gave you permission?" "Well, I'm not going to tell you that." And I said, "Well, I'm calling the owner right now and verifying." And he turned around, walked away, got in his truck, and left. So, I don't want that to happen with this permission. This permission is like a couple 100 acres. Listen, can you hear that? The crickets are still singing. It's supposed to get up close to high 70s today, but I don't think it's going to make it up here. I'm too far north. So anyhow, that's how I have avoided people finding my places to metal detect my permissions. I'll show a vintage picture of the house, maybe, but I won't show where I'm at anymore. I mean, the ones I've already videotaped and stockpiled for winter, yeah. But they're friends of mine, and if anybody showed up at their property, they wouldn't allow anybody to metal detect. But some of these big farm permissions that I've got, I just have my boyfriend, you know, drive me over and drop me off. So, looks like he's going to do one more cutting, and then I can get back in the dump. Yay! Because he doesn't want me driving back there during the growing season. So, but that's okay. Boyfriend can just drop me off. I don't have to walk so far then. So, but just a thought for those of you that are having trouble with people hijacking your permissions. That's what I've started doing on my most important permissions that, you know, it'll take me years to get this one done. I mean, we got this field here, then we got another field beyond that, and another field beyond that one. So, in this fall, I want to check out, there is a very steep bank that-a-way. I bet you it drops 150 feet. And it's covered with, you know, short trees. You know, like overgrown brush. But, you know, when they're green, you can't get through it. So, and I just got a sneaking suspicion because in the middle of his property was another house. It was like 20 acres, smack dab in the middle. And, that steep bank is right by where that house would have been. Right in the middle of this farm. And we all know where people throw their garbage, down steep banks, river banks, stream banks. Someplace they cannot farm. So I'm going to be trying to check that out before the snow flies. Yeah, I said the 4-letter word. Hopefully we still got a couple, 2 or 3 more months before we get any. We'll see. Well, thank you for watching. And hopefully it's not too breezy here. We have a good breeze. We're supposed to have a storm rolling in tonight, so. Look at this. Look at this. I am covered with bugs. I don't know what they are. They don't bite. think they're coming out of this log I'm sitting on. So, enough talk. I think my ride's here. Get back to you.